Morning, Steve Reed in Chicago with the morning grain comments. Well, it's USDA report day, and so later today, USDA will revise 19 and 20 U.S. and world supply and demand numbers and give us our first look at 2021. As far as what the market is thinking about, for a long time, they're looking for USDA to lower this year's corn demand, especially in ethanol, and next year's demand, which will raise corn carryouts, and one of the reasons why we're near the season lows. We'll see if the funds want to add to their big short position in corn or maybe take some of it off. As far as the beans are concerned, they could lower old crop bean exports and raise the carryout, but they might plug in some increased demand next year, thinking that after the fourth quarter, China will come in and start buying beans, and the demand will pick up, especially if we're on the downslope as far as spreading of the virus and the impact it might have on the economies. For wheat, globally, they'll probably say 2020 wheat crops are going to be record, both crops and supplies. And so that continues to weigh on the wheat market. We've also seen an improvement in Europe and Black Sea weather. And the only really hot spot as far as weather is concerned is the southern plains. There could be some ridging down there starting maybe in 3-4 days from now. And that could cause a little bit of problems for U.S. hard red or winter wheat crop. But again, given the large global supplies, that impact might be somewhat limited as we get closer to the northern hemisphere harvest conditions. As far as South America, still looking at a Brazil crop, maybe around 121 million tons. Corn crop might be down a little bit, maybe 96 million tons. And then as far as the Argentina crops, we're probably looking at 50 million tons for beans and 49 million tons for corn. The Brazilian real is at record low prices, giving Brazil farmers record high prices for their products, especially soybeans. Yesterday, the USDA said that 67% of the corn was planted in the U.S. versus 56 average, 38% of the beans versus 23 average, and soft spring wheat was 42% planted versus 63 average, and they lowered the winter wheat crop ratings. And I think that in general, given this weather forecast, starting over the next few days through the next 2 weeks, we're going to see in the Midwest normal to maybe above normal temps and normal to maybe above normal precip, which for the end of May is perfect weather for U.S. crops. So again, expect after the numbers come out, the USDA might the corn market might actually trade lower, wheat market might trade lower, and we'll see if the beans can grab any traction on the upside. As always, these are my thoughts and not those of ADM or ADM Investor Services. Have a safe and profitable trading day, and we'll be back with a video after the USDA report.